Hi everybody, my name is Julia, and today I want to talk to you about one of the best buffets in Vegas. I preface this saying that one of my greatest passions in life. I have some favorite subjects, and Las Vegas is one of my very favorite subjects. It may be a contradiction in that I'm usually someone who likes nature and holistic medicine and I'm interested in all of that, and yet a part of me is crazy about Las Vegas, and I go to Vegas with friends and family all the time. And as often as I can, and when I get there, I try and stay there as long as I can. Sometimes it has been known that I've been in Vegas and stayed there for 3 months. So, when you stay there 3 months, you kind of get to know pretty much everything that there is to know, especially from a tourist point of view. I tend to stay in the tourist area. I tend to be a tourist when I'm in Vegas, and even if I know it quite well, simply because it just gives you that extra special feeling of pampering yourself and treating yourself and having special fun that otherwise you don't get, and you don't get really almost anywhere else in the world, almost. So I'm going to talk to you about Vegas buffets and other aspects of Vegas, how to save money, how to get free stuff, and how to find coupons and so forth. In this particular video, I'm just going to talk to you about one Vegas buffet. And as I say, if you want to know all about Vegas immediately, you can just go to the website indicated above. I am one of the writers there. Each of us has a specialty, and as I say, the website up there is www.top-buffet.com, and you find out what I'm saying in detail, with more detail, and about everything else that there is to know if you want to go to Vegas for a little bit or for a long time. Now, let's the best Vegas buffet. The best Vegas buffet, despite the new buffets that have come up, is still undoubtedly the Bellagio buffet. Having said that, I want to also highlight something, which is that generally speaking, every Vegas buffet has a specialty of some sort. What I'm saying is that there is something special about a lot of Vegas buffets. So whilst you can crown one buffet as the very best of all, for a variety of reasons. There are still buffets that are really good for one reason or another. It can't just be the price, or it can just be a specific dish, or it can be that they have the biggest variety of food, or their hours or something. And so bear in mind that when I say that the best Vegas buffet is Bellagio, and I'll tell you why, in my opinion. There are still great buffets out there, and they're all great for different reasons. So find out on www.top-buffet.com, and there's a huge list of buffets, and you can read about each of them. But let's talk about the Bellagio buffet right now and why it's absolutely fantastic. Well, the first and only reason, in my opinion, well, there are other reasons too, it's not fair, but the very first reason that makes the Bellagio so special is actually the quality of the food that they serve. Ultimately, you go to a restaurant because you want to eat well. Whatever you eat has to be of good quality, and it also has to be well cooked by a chef, as opposed to somebody who's following a set of instructions. And you can tell that whoever's cooked whatever at the Bellagio actually knows about how to cook that particular dish. So, in my opinion, they're all chefs, and they actually specialize in a particular type of food or another. So, for example, the pasta section, every single buffet in Vegas has a pasta section. But if you have been there, or you're going to be there, you will soon find out that some of it can be quite bad, and it basically is a filler. And you've got to really love pasta to eat some of the pasta that is out there in some of those buffets. And I am of Italian origin. I love pasta, but I like good pasta. I don't just eat pasta for the sake of pasta. So it has to be well cooked. It has to have a great sauce, and it has to be authentic enough so that it actually reminds me of an Italian pasta dish, as opposed to something that you've just thrown together and just poured on some boiled noodles or the like. So Bellagio serves excellent pasta dishes, the best in any Vegas buffet, undoubtedly. And although I try not to eat too many of those dishes, because if you start eating pasta like pizza, it fills you up and you can't enjoy anything else. But I do sample them all the time. I mean, it's what I do. And at the same time, you go to Vegas buffets because you want to sample a bit of everything, and you want to eat stuff that you usually wouldn't eat at home, or you wouldn't cook at home. So I enjoy all of those, and they're delicious, and they are authentic. They are of an authentic flavor and taste. So I strongly recommend those. Don't eat too much of it, otherwise you won't enjoy anything else. The same is to be said for pizza. They have at the Bellagio buffet, they have the best pizza. It's good quality, it's well cooked, great flavors, more or less authentic, and it doesn't just fill you up. It actually is a great gastronomic experience. Now, there's not just pasta and pizza. The Bellagio has some great top quality dishes, from fish to um, meat dishes. There are delicacies from all spectrum of dishes, and if you like healthy food, the Bellagio has a good enough section of well cooked, well prepared, well dressed healthy food, from salads to cooked vegetables to soups, and eating healthy there is a pleasure as opposed to a sacrifice, and that's really at the basis of everything. Everything you eat should really taste delicious, and not just because it's been loaded with uh, you know enhancers, which frankly I dislike. There are enough spices out there to make every dish wonderful without adding uh, chemical enhancers. And everything at the Bellagio buffet is not too salty, is not too fat, is not too heavy, which is very important. Um, so there's a bit of everything for every taste. Really, it's varied. It's not one of the biggest buffets in Vegas, but they have so much. The variety is there. So, if you love your burgers, they have a burger section and it's delicious. And, it's not just a burger section, it's a very delicious burger section with well cooked, good quality meat. And the same is to be said for their fish, and the same for their vegetables, and the same for pretty much everything that they have there. The service is also very good. It's excellent. They will refill your drinks, and you don't have to stand there forever for that to happen. It's perfectly clean. The lineups can be long, but they actually go through relatively quickly. So that's also very pleasant. And the atmosphere is beautiful, and the rooms are elegant, and the music is not loud, of course. It's basically classy. It's classy through and through. And despite the fact that, in my opinion, the tendency in Las Vegas buffets these days is that of offering lower quality food and less well cooked food. And as I say, it's my opinion. It's what I have concluded after visiting each buffet over and over and over and over the years. The Bellagio has maintained its quality, it's maintained its class, it's maintained its status. They haven't compromised. Obviously, they haven't offered, they're not participating in 24-hour buffet passes and all these tricks to get you to stay in one resort or one set of resorts. But there is a reason for that. They're not compromising on quality. And I mean, as I say, this is my opinion, but I have tried so many buffets that I think my opinion counts for something. Of course, you're absolutely uh, invited to try for yourself, and perhaps give us your opinion. There's a section for that on the website indicated above. It's always good to have different opinions, on everything, and it makes everything much more informative for the next person who reads or listens. Um, Price wise, it's not even one of the most expensive. The Bellagio buffet, I think it's affordable whether you go in the morning or at night. Of course, the most expensive times are over the weekend. So we only go, I personally go to buffets during the weekend only if I have special offers or because I have to try and I want to sample what they're offering. But if I'm on a budget, I will avoid the weekend. I will go to certain buffets over the weekend because they actually offer great deals, and I've indicated those in the website indicated above. And um, and if you're really on a tight budget and you want to go to the Bellagio, the best thing to do is to go for breakfast, half an hour, 45 minutes before closing time. I mean, if there's a huge lineup, you might want to go there even an hour before closing time. Enjoy a couple of breakfast dishes. They're all great anyway. And don't fill yourself up too much and stay over for lunch. Lunch is more expensive than breakfast, so you'll get to sample breakfast and lunch for the price of breakfast. And they allow you to do that. Not all Vegas buffets allow you to do that. And for that, it's again, it's classy. They're not cheap. They don't try and they treat their customers well, and I think that's really important. So number one, if you have one buffet only to visit in Vegas, if you're just going in and can only go to one buffet, absolutely the Bellagio. It's just the best and unparalleled. All the other ones, they can be very good buffets, but they're second place. As I say, if you want to read more about what other buffet offers are there or choices for your particular taste or your particular budget or what kind of gastronomic experience you want to uh, have, it's all written up in or written down on the website indicated above. I don't even know exactly up there on top of my head. And it's www.top-buffet.com. And hopefully there's everything you need to know, including how to get free stuff and also, the classiest restaurants if you want to actually have an experience away from the buffets. I hope this is of interest to you, and I'll be making more videos on this subject in time. As I say, Las Vegas buffets is one of my passions, but it's certainly a really strong one. And I hope we can share this passion together and help all of us keep that tradition of Las Vegas buffet strong and good. Bye, everybody.